Hey, how you doing? It's McDooley's here, and I wanted to talk about a game that I played and almost beat. Borderlands 3. I played every Borderlands game, and I think that it's probably the best FPS first-person shooter gaming series out there. Even though it does have a lot of RPG elements, I think that's what makes it, a lot better. It's not too much of an RPG. I mean, you level and you get different weapons. They have the most weapons. The game has the most guns, and of any game, even though they're not real guns. So all you Call of Duty bastards out there, sorry, gun nuts. But every time somebody says, "Hey, I want to play a Call of Duty game," I'm like, no, play a Borderlands game. If you ever played Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, you can get the Handsome Jack collection and play them all. I mean, play this. Don't play Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty. But, I mean, come on. Branch out a little bit, baby. One thing I really like in the game is that you get a spaceship with fast travel, so you're not running around like an idiot. I played as Zane, because I didn't play the game on easy mode, but playing as Zane is pretty much easier. I figured that out and read that, so I took that option in my first playthrough. And yeah, at first the game was difficult. I died quite a few times. But then once I leveled up, I was destroying everyone. So I'm definitely, once I beat it, I'm almost there. I'm gonna replay the game as the Beastmaster, which his name is Flak, FL4K. I guess that's an appropriate name for like a robot or whatever the hell he's supposed to be. The loot and weapons are great as usual, but I really didn't like the Malawan charging weapons. Like I got like I would sometimes get the sniper charging one because I'm sitting there and the enemy can't see me and I'm like charge it up and boom 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 blow them away. But when I'm like trying to shoot fast and I have to let the gun charge, I mean I kind of don't like that. I like something that's going to shoot quick and accurately. I'll take that over power. And when I'm the only guns that I really want power on are my sniper rifle, and that's still negotiable. And definitely my shotgun. I look for a powerful shotgun. I get too close to these large enemies, I'll just boom, 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 boom. But when it comes to like my assault rifles, my pistol, it's all about for me speed and accuracy. And so Malawan, screw you guys. The game is really long, and that is why I haven't beat it yet. I mean, I'm burnt out on it. I'm burnt out on first-person shooters in general because I played it right after I played a couple other first-person shooter games, and I just burnt out. I was right about to beat the entire game. I mean, I'm sure that I only have another 30 minutes to an hour of gameplay, and I'll be done. But I don't play games when I'm burnt out on them. Put these bad taste in my mouth. I had my fun with it. It's still there. I know how to play a Borderlands game. I've played them all, beat them all. So I'll come back to it soon. But the story in this game doesn't reinvent the wheel. It's a Borderlands story. The vaults, I did personally like it. And I really like that there's a couple the main antagonist characters. I really like them. I really think they're funny. It's the same old Borderlands humor, funny game. If you haven't played a Borderlands game, it's funny, it's cartoony, it's bloody, it's good. And I thought the story was pretty good. But I wish they would have added a little bit more to the gameplay because it felt like I was just playing, Borderlands 2 again. Another Borderlands 2 or another Borderlands the pre-sequel. But that's okay. I just hope on the next one that they maybe go into a different direction and give us something a little bit new. Not too different, but you know what I'm saying. A little bit different. The side quests are really good in this game. I mean, they're awesome. It's just like the story missions. They're not lazily done at all, so I really applaud them on that. To me, the side quests in this game are the best in the series. I remember all the way back to 1. Sometimes I would do a side quest and I'd be like, well, this isn't too exciting. Sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't, but they nailed the side quests on the head. There's one in particular that I won't say what it was. I'll just say it was a game show, and I laughed my ass off. I did experience a glitch that happened to me about, I guess, 10 times, where one part or all parts of the sound would stop, and I'd be like, and I'd have to save and reset the system. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but a couple times it happened, to me 2-3 times in a row, and I was like, man, and it was like on these specific areas, and I was like, wow, this is a bunch of bull. But they've already fixed that glitch apparently, and I just read today that they came out with a patch on March 19th and fixed even more things about the game that seemed sort of inconsequential, you know, small things. So they're sweating the small stuff on this. So by now, if you haven't played it yet, I'm sure that everything that is of consequence is fixed. And I know that the sound glitch, which was the only glitch that I experienced that I noticed, was fixed. Some of the other things I want to talk about today was some news in the gaming world. You know, and if you look, you can easily find stuff about Xbox Series X. You know, they've been pretty good about getting information out there, but PS5 has not. And a new thing that they've come out and said today is that they've explained that even though that at launch there's only going to be about 100 of the most popular titles, you know, that you can play from PS4 on the PS5, that eventually nearly all of the 4,000 plus games on the PS4 will be compatible with the PS5. So you can play, don't worry, you'll be able to play all your cool PS4 games on PS5, and they'll look a hell of a lot better, especially God of War, you know, one of my favorite games on the PS4. It's gonna be in God of War will be in, you'll be able to play it in 4K, and the frame rate will be bumped up to 60. And hallelujah, load times on PS5 are gonna be a thing of the past. Xbox Series X too. Right now, you can play the Resident Evil 3 remastered demo for free on the PS4. So if you're at home and you're not working, you need to check that out. I hear that it you know, Resident Evil 2 is a hell of a game, probably the best in the series, but I hear that 3, they've improved even more than they did with 2. They've done even more with 3 than they did with 2, so I'm really excited about that. I haven't played it because this one right here, I haven't never played 3. I think I played it like for 20 minutes once at a friend's house, and of course my friend's like, I want to do something else, you know, I don't want to watch you play my game. I never got to own it, so you know, I'm gonna play 3 for the first time, the remastered version, so I'm not touching the demo. I'm waiting to play it. I'm gonna buy it. For you Call of Duty fans, Modern Warfare 2 is rumored to be coming out very soon. Right now, you know, you're sitting at home and you're bored and you don't have a big backlog like me. Here's some advice I can give you. Right now, PS4 is having a big sale. I think it's 50% off on a bunch of really nice games. One of them I think was Borderlands 3, which this video is about, so get out there and get it. If you're, I'm into physical, so that's a no-no for me. But if you don't care, get the digital. There's a sale on Square Enix games right now. I know that I saw it on the Switch. I'm not sure if it's still going, but you can get some Square Enix games and you know, some of the best, you know, best games out there are Square Enix games. I mean, come on now. Final Fantasy VII, the original, not the remasters, is only, I think they said it was $8. I mean, if you have never played the original Final Fantasy VII, 7 and 9 are the best. You got to get 7 and 9. 9's on sale too, so get 7 and 9. All right, let's check out this game. Mick Dooley's out.